today with the Glimmer of the Month from Spellbinders, January 2024. This is a gorgeous floral glimmer plate called Card Front Floral, and it comes with two different sentiments, the thanks and the for you. I have glimmered it twice here, once in silver, which we are going to stencil, and the other in the color that it sent us, which is bronze. And I decided to use a bronze foil card to actually foil onto. This is a card stock actually I got from Altenew, and I thought it coordinated really pretty. So I went ahead and used that, and here's one of the sentiments also that I did up just to see what that would look like as a tone on tone. I really like foiling tone on tone at times, and I thought that was really pretty. So I just wanted to show you that idea, and then we will jump in and actually stencil this beauty. Today, I am participating in a unsponsored YouTube hop with LV Handcrafted and a bunch of my Spellbinders friends. So that information will be down below, and I'd love for you to hop along with us and see everyone's creations. So in last month's Caboodle Club, this was the free goodie. We received, I love this, thanks for being a club member. We received 3 blending brushes. So how awesome is that as a free gift? So I thought we would use those with our stencil this month. Now this month's stencil of the month club is coordinating with our Glimmer, and I hope they do this more often. I love this idea. I would also love to see it coordinate with the Better Press too. So lots of options potentially in the future. We will see. So I am going to grab my waffle flower grip mat, and we will get started. Now I have chosen 3 colors from this color range right here for inspiration. This right here is a card from the Color Cube. If you're not familiar with this, check out the link below, and I will show you how you could also pick up a Color Cube, which is very useful in the craft room. So we're going to play with this just as our inspiration for choosing these ink colors that I've got here today. So let's set up this grip mat. I love the grip mat because it holds my paper completely in place, and I do not have to worry about my paper shifting underneath. Now, of course, it holds a stencil as well. So I'm going to line this up. And depending on the length of this video, I may speed it up a little bit during the stenciling process so that the time is appropriate for the length of the hop videos. I just wanted to mention that at the beginning in case I do need to speed it up. But the first ink color I thought we would use is Bubblegum. These are Simon Says Stamp Positively Saturated ink colors. And we will go ahead in here and ink up these lightly. I'm not going to get too fancy today. We're going to just ink those lightly because we are going to have a darker color coming in here with our lines. So I'm just going to make it a little darker towards the center and fade out more towards the end. And I love the beauty of Simon Says inks because they do fade back and dry beautifully. So that is stencil 1. Now this is already filled in, so I'm going to leave that there. Okay, pretty. Now I'm going to go with a stencil 2. And we will switch to our lilac color for this. Get this lined up just perfectly. The beauty of this grip mat is it holds everything in place, and I just love this. It's so handy. Okay, I'm going to switch colors, so I'm going to switch ink blending tools. So we'll go ahead in here and we'll do the same thing, but we're going to do a little purple. I thought we'd have a multicolored flower. Just to be a little different. There's nothing wrong with being a little different. Okay, darker towards the center, fading out towards the edges, like so. Pull this one up. Ah, pretty. Sticking with this color, see? Sticking with those colors. Now this next color here, I pulled out taffy. Now taffy is a bright color. It was the closest to magenta I had with my Simon Says stamp ink colors. So we're just gonna go and fly a little crazy here because this is a little bright. Whoops, I got some ink on my glass mat. Let me remove that real quick. Beauty of a glass mat is you can clean it up super easy. Got a juicy ink pad. So I'm going to, since this is darker, I'm going to go ahead and use it in the darker ink. That is okay. So that's what we're going to use for this next one. It's very bright, but I think it will be okay. So let me see where we're going to, oh, we're not going to use these stripes because these stripes are actually glimmered. I did not realize that, so we will not need the stripes because those are already glimmered on there. So that was a save. I know what we'll do. We will use that for the center. But how about we also bring this down here and use it for the sentiment? Oh, but I'm going to attempt to get that straight. Now, I did not cut my paper straight because I foiled this on a large piece. So that is the reason this is not lining up with the registration marks. I was not thinking about the registration marks when I did this. So let's see here. I'm just going to come in here lightly with this bright color and give this a punch here. Or do this sentiment on here for you. And I thought what I would do is actually use this color as the outline for the card base. Since this is such an unusual color in this color combination to have these pale colors and then have this punch of color, which is why I chose this color combination. I thought, wow, that is not something I would normally do. So let's think outside the box and live on the edge. You know how I like to try new things, guys. So, okay, that looks good. So I'm going to remove this. Let's see how that looks. My nails are extremely long at the moment, so look at there. Okay. Then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do those little dots in the center since I have this ink out. Let's see, are those dots? Let me see if those are actually the foil or not. Because I'm wanting to get those right there. The pink. So I think I'm going to do this real quick. I just want to touch on this with pink here in the center. Then I'm going to wash this off real quick. Now when you stencil over your foil, let's see how that looks. Here we go. When you stencil over your foil, you will want to get a tissue and wipe that foil off. So let me grab one real quick. Use just the soft edge right here. I'm just going to polish that right there in the center. I don't want to smear that ink out. So I'm just going to do that and get any extra ink off of there. I'm also going to clean this ink off of here. This is something else I love about positively saturated ink, is it comes off your stencils with hardly any effort. So I'm just going to use baby wipe too, because I don't want to transfer any of that hot pink ink onto my project. So I'm just going to make sure, so when we bring those greens over here, we're not going to have that fuchsia transfer. I'm going to put those aside. And then we will jump in to the leaves. Okay, so let me make sure I've got this going the right direction. My lights are so bright I can't see. I have upgraded to new lighting and new tech equipment here in 2024, so hopefully the video quality and sound will be a little better for you guys. Oops. Okay, now. Get that stuck down here. And I'm going to come in with the light green, which is spring green. I like that. Leaving little bits of white here and there to give contrast. Let's see how that looks. Yes. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to now release this. I'm happy with that. And I'm going to get a card base and we will finish this card up real quick. Okay, I've got myself a card base. We're going to go ahead and adhere a coordinating background color. I opted to use this dark green to coordinate with the Lucky cards, or the Lucky colored ink color, because I didn't end up using the magenta or the taffy ink as much as I thought I was going to, because I didn't need to use that ink in the center or the flower lines because of the glimmering. So if I had done it without the glimmering, I would have used hot pink paper here. So I like to use my Score Buddy to help me center or get my layer there. So just a little tip there for you. You could use any corner. Then I'm just going to put this on here for an easy, simple stenciled card. I think that turned out very nice. Now let's see. How about some bells and whistles? Let's see what I have here in my crafty drawer. Okay, I've chosen some Spectrum AB gems from Spellbinders to add to our project. Just a few. These bring out the colors of pretty much everything around it, which is something that is really nice. And I thought, since the sentiment's down here, we would leave a few kind of just in a couple sizes trickling down, leading to, come on, leading to the sentiment here. And then we can have a couple up here. Kind of like in a diagonal. Maybe do one little, whoops, it went offline. One a little larger. And then we'll do another tiny one. So we'll do 3 and 2 for a total of 5 there. There we go. I like that. So I'll hold it up here so you can see a close-up. And there is our finished card using the January 2024 Spellbinders Glimmer and Stencil of the Month clubs. I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next video, my friends. And again, Happy New Year. Bye-bye.